All right, my kid's bathroom, I'm going to replace this really loud fan with a new Panasonic Whisper Thin. All right, here is a sound meter. All right, so it's on the floor now. All right, let's get this thing off. One. Hope I don't have to do anything with sheetrock. All right, so yeah, I should do that first. Yeah, it's dead. Turn this off. Okay. Come on. Come on, baby. Truly incredible, the joist. All right. There's the grill. Nope. No, I won't. But you know what? I'm gonna do it like over here, because it's much easier to put a piece of drywall around this corner. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's see. So like I said before, unbeknownst to me, this particular fan was meant to be installed from inside the room. In other words, you don't need any attic access, and it's drilled directly into the joist from underneath. So what I did was I took a utility knife, I took a saw to cut the sheetrock, and I cut a square along the edge of that joist, and basically I fit it, I made it fit, and I screwed it in from underneath. So that's what I'm doing right there. I'm cutting. It was a giant mess. So what you're looking at right here is the installed fan. The reason there's wood there is I put backer board up in the attic. Those were holes right up into the attic. So I put some backer so I'd be able to put sheetrock. And the next thing I'm going to do is cut a couple of little pieces of sheetrock, screw them in, and then I'll tape it and mud it. Actually, no tape. I'll just put some mud, and we'll call it a day. And here it is before I even sanded it. I just put one layer of mud over the little patches of sheetrock, and it's just drying, and I'm going to sand it and do that a couple more times, and then we'll prime it and paint it. All right, so it turns out I made a mistake. If you ever buy one of these made by Panasonic, there are some that have very easy brackets to mount. I had perfect access to the attic. I just go up there and put the brackets on. The one that I got, this fan right here, is made for, like, if you're cutting a hole in the wall, it just mounts right to one of the studs. And it was extremely difficult. It is extremely difficult to put up. I had to do a bunch of patching. I mean, because I had a round and a square. I had a round hole initially, so I put a couple of pieces there, and I'm in the process of putting some mud to kind of make it better at this point. All right, here I am in the attic, just wiring it in. I had a light switch going to the fan already, so I wired the power together so that the light and the fan would come on at the same time. To me, it wasn't important to have them separate. They weren't separate in my old fan. They're not going to be separate in this one. So it's just the two powers together, the two neutrals, and a ground. I didn't bother wiring the nightlight. There was a nightlight feature, but I would have had to have live power going to it for that. And I didn't really care to do that. So what I'm doing here is I'm attaching semi-rigid duct to the fan. Unfortunately, the way the fan had to be oriented, it was pointing directly in the opposite direction of the way the vent had to go. So instead of making a sharp turn, I used that duct to make a long, gradual turn, which is better for airflow. So that's what I was doing. I'm attaching that. I eventually did a nice long sweep of 180 degrees, and I tied it into the existing duct that was there, and I took some mastic and I sealed. First I took some tape and then I put mastic over the top of it. I used that foil tape first. So hopefully it's not going to come out and there'll be no air leaking. So here I am applying mastic over the foil tape. I did it at both joints, so the whole area. I did it. It's much easier than taking a brush, and then you can just take the glove off and throw it away. So I sealed the whole thing off. I sealed even the fan. I put some tape and I put some mastic over it. I found that it works really well. I did my entire central air conditioning system a couple of years back, and I had some extra lying around. So it does prevent any kind of air leaks. And here I am doing like a final sanding. I used 220 grit sandpaper. I just have a vacuum to catch any dust, but it, of course, it didn't catch any dust. There was dust all over the place from the sheetrock. So that's it. And then I cleaned it off and painted. There I am painting. I wound up painting the entire ceiling. I didn't use that small roller. I wound up just kind of buying a full gallon of ceiling paint, Benjamin Moore ceiling paint, and doing the entire ceiling. It just, unfortunately, it didn't match. So it's very quiet. This side and this side were all dug in. I didn't touch this. If you could look and see how bad that is. See it? That's hard. That's it. It's done. It's very quiet, and it's 100 CFM. And this. All right, I'm just putting the insulation back in. One of the good things about this fan, because it's so narrow and has a DC motor, is you can put the insulation right up on top of it. It runs very nice and cool. So that's it. I'm just putting the insulation back so it stays warm in the house. So it's 55 right next to it. Let's see on the floor so we can compare how it was before. So it's 46, 47. And that talking is making it go up to 65, 66. So it's quiet. It's way quieter than the other one. So that's it.